I could understand the role of the mother, where she was like, I'm going to lie to him because I don't want him to seek out his father to open up that cave when he's not ready. But see, that's the thing. You tell him the truth and you tell him of his father's great sacrifice so that he's not living a life. He's not living a life of lies, but then at the same time, you say you're not ready to go seek him out yet. Become a strong warrior, and then you can seek him out. What would that have done? Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of HD Philosophy Plays Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We got to Cosmo Canyon. We took a look at Bugenhagen's interpretation of the universe. Something that was really interesting is, like, he came off as much more of the expert in the original one. And here he's already saying, like, oh, what you think the weapon was is not the weapon. Like, that's impossible. You didn't see what your eyes said you saw. Like, you can't even trust your eyes or your instincts or your senses anymore. Maybe leaving us in like a Descartes kind of solipsism, where Descartes was like, he wanted to challenge anything he could see, anything that was not certain, because his preconceived beliefs at that time were incorrect due to the Newtonian laws of the time. So Descartes, being a mathematician, he wanted to challenge his beliefs. So he was like, okay, I'm going to destroy all of my beliefs. This is like hyperbolic doubt. And I'm going to put back on the table things that I am 100% absolutely certain of. And what he realized is he couldn't put anything back on that table. Why? Because all five of his senses could be deceived. In fact, all five of his senses could be deceived at the same time, because he could be dreaming. Since there's no universal code or universal indicator that he has entered a dream state, he could be dreaming at this time. There was no way for him to know. So knowledge of the outside world was destroyed in this hyperbolic doubt. Even more so, and something I actually find a lot more interesting as geared towards my academic field, he realized that if the universe, if his creation was made behind a malevolent entity, this evil demon, if there was an evil demon kind of behind the shroud, then even his concept of mathematics wouldn't be correct anymore. Because while he thinks he's seeing like 1 + 1, he's not. He's seeing many factors. So he wouldn't even be able to apply mathematical certainty to the world, because there's nothing indicating that the world will follow that order. There's not a benevolent benevolent entity behind promising the order of the universe. For him, if there was an evil demon, a malevolent entity behind the universe, of which he could not be certain there wasn't, well, then even his knowledge of mathematics as applied to the outside world wouldn't be correct either. So a lot of the philosophical scholars understand that the dream hypothesis, the dream scenario, destroys certainty of the outside world, and the evil demon destroys knowledge of mathematics. So it's like, we're at this state now, and this expert, this planetology expert, is actually telling us that we can't even trust our senses right now. What we believed we saw, we didn't in fact see. So that's really interesting, because if he is the expert, if he's kind of the pillar of wisdom for the good side in this game, then we have to assume he's correct here, and it's us who is mistaken, or they'll go the other route. But right now, we're about to take Nanaki to his indoctrination trial, where he learns about his father. And I really cannot wait. I cannot wait. So, you know what? Let's just get right into it. Yeah, I have to wear these because I tried to wear these guys where I stick them in my ear, and man, that is kind of painful. Not gonna lie, that was kind of painful. All right. Absolutely. Getting some feedback here. All right, testing. Well, that seems like it's pretty good. Okay. Here we go.
Shall we begin?
Yes.
Then off we go.
Bugenhagen. So, I might have got that right. It always reminds me of the Portuguese armillary when I see those. Navigation device of my wife's ancestors. We're both Portuguese, obviously different families.
Now we follow the cave where it leads, deep as it will take us.
She is a Silva, and I am a, it's not Correa, it's Da Costa. Correa is one of my families, but the Portuguese side is Da Costa. Alright, here we go. I'll get it. You just relax, old man. See this crystal sword, like... Should be able to change it by now.
Has Nanaki told you anything about his parents yet?
Foreshadowing?
They were watchers, both of them. But they couldn't have been any more different. When our village came under attack, my mother fought with courage, with honor. She faced the enemy and laid down her life to save us. My father, though, he turned tail and ran. He was a coward.
So then, you still haven't forgiven him?
Why would I?
Oh, I see.
Well, did anybody tell him otherwise, or you just let him, the little kid, keep thinking this falsehood? Like, at some point, might be somebody's duty to let him know the truth. But Bugenhagen is like, well, I see. You still believe what people say.
From this point onward, only two may proceed. He who shall undertake the trial and his observer.
Me and Nanaki.
Who's gonna observe?
I'll do it.
That would render the trial meaningless.
Oh, interesting.
But if not him... Ah, you'll do nicely.
Me?
Him? Really?
At least pretend not to hate me.
Whenever you're ready.
I wonder how the decision was made. It can't be the one I don't interact with the most, because that would have been Yuffie. By a long shot, right? At least pretend not to hate me. I don't know why that came out Scottish. Or if it even did come out Scottish. I'm not the best with impressions. Although it was hilarious. My wife and I were just talking about impressions this morning. We're kind of like thinking, so she and I have been hitting the gym a lot more often. So we're kind of trying to figure out, what we're going to look like when we get older. And I'm like, I'm going for full-on Magneto, like stacked top with the mane hair, that white mane hair. And she was like, as long as you don't speak like Magneto. And I was like, oh, like a out-of-work Shakespearean actor.
Blessings of the planet upon you.
And then we started doing impressions of Magneto. And her impression was terrible. Always came out sounding like an old lady with an English accent. But, I love her. That was so fun. Alright. So, I need to go in Sentinel stance when I need to heal to build that meter up.
You gonna watch my back?
Yep. Burning holes in you right now.
What is this?
This is a place of refuge. Place where those who have been sealed away are left to mourn their fate.
About damn time's coming. You just float yourself up into another.
As if I weren't going to already. Let me go.
Oh man, I was just in that mode too. Focus shot, maximum fury. Oh, they are sticking with this voice with him.
Look here. Such walls should be well within your power to climb.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I can climb all of these. Sick. Wait. He wants me to go this way, though, huh? But the other way was actually the way out. Oh, I don't know why. I'm enjoying this so much more. This game. Okay. Alright, need to get that going for Barrett. Oh.
This place is giving me the creeps.
Didn't even see how we got there.
Discomfort is only natural. A fierce battle was waged here. And even after 45 years, the scars remain fresh.
What? You're saying the Gi managed to make it all the way up here?
Okay, somebody fill me in. Who are the Gi?
A tribe known to very few people outside of the Veil. The rest you will learn in due time. Of that you can be certain. For now, let us proceed.
Sorry, let's go for it.
About damn time! Yeah!
At least you tried.
Suck on this! Hope you don't mind. You got this!
Leave it to me. Here goes. Only one winner. There. Let him have it.
Say your
Bring it
prayer!
home.
Go on it, asshole!
Hear me. Did I do good or did I do good?
Oh, I do not like this voice game. Whoa.
Damn if that doesn't look convenient.
I like just probably dropped the box that had the stuff in it.
I only got 2 legs here, you know.
Revival earrings. Okay, did I miss something? No. Okay. Just double checking. I know it's gonna try to confuse me, so that so that I miss something.
Bang, bang!
Good to go?
Guess it's my turn!
I didn't hit it.
Give 'em hell!
My turn? Come
There.
and go for it.
About damn time!
Gotcha.
Suck on y'all! Hope you don't mind if I feel you. You got this!
Leave it to me. There. You're mine. Don't cut me out yet.
Oh, he is so good.
Eat this. No mercy, all right? How's this?
That seemed to siphon all of my.
Now, you know you wanna. Good to go?
Alright! Don't look now, but it's about to get real!
Oh,
Bring it home!
All right, my time to shine.
that would render the trial meaningless.
Coming at ya. The Watcher's work is never done.
Bugenhagen looks at Cloud and he's like, no. You would make it too easy. So you'll make it more difficult. Ouch. D tier. but it gives us an impression on just how powerful Cloud is, you know? That's kind of like the information we've got recently. Because there was a lot of people who were like, Adult Gohan's beast mode is comparable to UI and Ultra Ego. Nope. If you were paying attention to the last manga panel, UI Mastered pretty much made it look like child's play. And at the end, I love it. At the end, where Vegeta finally gets to, you know, fight Beast Gohan in their Saiyan tackling, he stays as Blue Vegeta. Oh, man. So, if that's the ending, what an ending it is. Although I'm kind of upset I don't get to actually see the fruits of Ultra Ego pay off. Although, when I said that on Twitter, there was a person who messaged me, and who was like, what more did you want? When he was fighting, what is that called? Granola. Granola could not beat him. Like, Granola had to essentially give up his overall goal and do like a final attack that would have killed him as well, Granola as well. So it's like, clearly Ultra Ego as just a bottom... not bottom. It's like his first form, because obviously we all know Ultra Ego can go a lot farther than this right now. At this base form of Ultra Ego, it was really impressive as a power. So, and he was right. The guy was right. So.
Bring in the heat.
Ready?
Need my help, do you? Woo! Check out this shit. Give 'em hell.
Didn't attack while he ran it out.
Now that was something else.
Let's see. Am I biting this?
Damn if that doesn't look convenient.
Getting an interesting sound. Okay, looks like I got everything I needed. It's the outside. Kind of checking and kind of enjoying the fact that I can do this right here. Alright. Up before I go down.
I only got 2 legs here, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Try that again. Chamber of Deception.
Hey, where'd you run off to?
Come on. Celestial Bangle. Can anybody use it? I'll be honest. Barrett probably needs it if it's stronger than this guy. Oh, the defense, but magic defense is down, so hey, Barrett. Good all around. Perfect. I should probably take a look at their materia, but I was watching a discussion today where they were talking about the carnivore diet, and as somebody who used to have It's not eczema. It's that stuff on your... Yeah, it's been so long that I actually forget. It's the stuff on the elbows.
Hope you don't mind if I fill you full of holes.
Okay, let's shake a leg.
Anyway, it's the flakiness that's on the elbows and then on the knees as well. Like, so I was diagnosed with that. And I had no idea where it came from. I was actually able to isolate by just paying attention to what I was eating and like what I ate daily and some new things that I introduced to my diet. But after I heard the carnivore discussion, I started like cutting down sugar. But more importantly, I used to love this lihimoy seed that I would grab from the mall here, Prince Hill Plaza. And when I looked at the ingredients, it had that fake sugar, like Splenda, that kind of fake sugar.
That doesn't look convenient.
I cut that completely out of my diet before I cut all of sugar, and it worked. Like, my skin condition was cured. Like, I don't have it anymore.
Piece of cake.
Sorry, coming at you. Look out. Let's see what you ready.
Mind over
At
matter.
least you tried.
Want some more? Check out this shit, huh?
Come on.
Not setting no stance. I wanted that.
Can't get me down. I think we did all right back there.
So that's when I started really paying attention to like how your diet affects you. And in Hawaii, we all love shoyu, soy sauce. Obviously, there's research that soy is not very good for guys, you know? So I'm wondering, like, do I need to cut soy products as well? Because I've been working out. I've been averaging 3 to 4 days a week working out, and I don't feel like I'm seeing
What
the
hell
results.
is that?
I mean, I'm building, but I'm not losing the fat.
Is a key.
So I'm thinking, man, I may actually need to
huge.
incorporate a diet to cut down this fat.
Under normal circumstances, I would stress that you.
That's
listen to the
unsweetened
book by
black
its
tea, by the
cover.
way.
For the ghee, however, there is
That was my way of cutting out
fearsome as their
soda.
appearance implies.
These are the things that killed my mom?
Now, Nucky, this shall be your first trial.
None of that was the
You
trial.
are
That was
to
just getting
explore
there.
this place. Understand the nature of its history.
Okay, will do.
So the first trial, one must know. The first trial is about knowledge.
The relic of our past. Carry it forth and bring the truth to light. Only then shall the path reveal itself unto you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm bringing them to him to inspect. Yeah, because in philosophy overall as an academic discipline can be broken down into 3 major questions, or 3 major problems. The problem of knowledge, the problem of conduct, and the problem of governance. So basically, if you notice, it kind of moves like a Confucian greater circle. I think I've explained the Confucian greater circle to you folks before, yeah? The way Confucianism focuses on virtue is in kind of tiers or hierarchies. At the beginning of your inception, at the beginning of your birth, you really only know like you and your parents. It's like this kind of that's the smallest circle of virtue. And then as you get older, that filial piety extends out to like your brothers and sisters and then like other family members like cousins and stuff like that. And then extends out further to like friends, people outside of your familial relationships. And then maybe if you become more and more enlightened and you bridge your virtues farther and farther out, then you start to incorporate from your friends to like teachers and people who are respectful in your society, and then maybe like your town, and then your state, and then your country, and then the world, and then the universe. So that's the way it branches out. So the problem of the three problems in philosophy are pretty much scaffolded the same way. Before I can know how to act, I need to know what it is to know. So at first you focus on the problem of knowledge. This is the academic field of epistemology, and you could say this the metaphysics and things like that. So at the baseline is a discussion of knowledge itself. So you need to earn the knowledge first, or at least know what to know before you can move on. And then the second one can be seen as how to govern yourself, how to conduct yourself. And so that's obviously ethics, meta-ethics, normative ethics, and things like that. But all the way at the end, the last problem is governance. This is like social political philosophy, how everyone should govern, you know, and hopefully that matches the character within. But what's interesting is in this book that I'm reading by Jones, I'm almost done with it, so I'll probably be using a different book in a week or so, because like I said, I'm almost done with that book. But when I'm reading a book, it's always at the forefront of my mind. He talks about what differentiates biblical ethics is, let's see if I can bring this out. It was the character, goal was the last one, and then it was actually it might have conduct and character are kind of the same thing. The goal, and then the aim. Oh, I'm forgetting the second one. The ship metaphor is the best way to put it. So it's like you have what the ship is made of. So you have that kind of material form, and then you have the conduct of the people in the ship itself. Or maybe it was like the ship's conduct included how well it was constructed. So kind of like the virtue of the ship itself. Then you had its governance, the way it worked with other individuals. Character, conduct, and then goal. And then you had the end goal of the ship, and they kind of differentiated that in three different ways. But those weren't hierarchical. Those were complementary, you know? So where was I going with this? The fact here is, like, I'm wondering if they're starting kind of the same way, as in scaffold. This seems to be much more of a scaffold system instead of a complementary system. So it seems to be matching more of like the philosophical problems of you need to know before you can act. And then when you find out how to act, you find out how to manage yourself in the world of acts. So we'll see. It's kind of a theory right now, but it's kind of like what I'm getting from the story.
Nay, that is not the relic we seek.
This is... I'm not sure, but I'm pleased to see that you're enjoying yourself.
Oh, it's mine though, huh?
Memories of war. The hour.
Well, if it isn't a key arrow, its point is coated with a poison that rapidly circulates through the body, slowing the wounded until they are completely turned to stone.
What are these artifacts that I'm getting, or these equipments that I'm getting? I've just been putting the bulletproof guard on them, but I have quite a bit here. Reduce damage while not actively being controlled. That's interesting. Grants 1 gil for that's funny. Allows use of higher level of precision, defense-focused materia. Render enemies' binding attacks ineffective against perfectly timed blocks. Ah, I might need to start using this kind of stuff. I'm going to go through these when I have my whole group together. for red, I think his attack one would be good. Not the start. Oh, the start of battle. Then I'd be able to go to stance real fast. Let's try that. But for Barrett, his should be like while I'm not controlling him. That's cool. He uses a lot of weapon abilities, so let's try that. Let's see what this does. Alright. We don't, well, we do have healing. Fire, we do not have fire. Oh no, we have fire and ice with him. Okay. Lightning, we do not have. Let's put on lightning. Wind, we have. Poison, we have. Binding, we have. I love the little icons, by the way. It makes it so much easier. Disempowerment materia, debrave and defraith. And why not? That's not one.
A remnant of our struggles, of our desires.
Struggles as well as desires. That kind of stuck with me for some reason. Well, it's like, can you have one without the other?
Get rid of that thing!
Boss battle. Well, not boss battle, but fight.
Suffering we stir. Who wakes us from our slumber?
It is I, Nanaki.
Well, that didn't work. You ready now?
Yes, turn towards me.
I'm right here. Good to go.
About damn time!
Wrong time, I guess.
All right, my time to shine. Let's see what you got.
Shoot, wrong one again. So it's
Gotcha. Going in.
Bring in the heat!
siphon thing. Okay, no, back up.
Just getting sick of it.
Yes, it's my turn! Got a hole, bring it home!
Leave it to me. Bring it home, yeah?
That specter you fought was a fallen key. Even in death, their lingering enmity manifests as such. They who wander in search of retribution.
That's kind of pathetic.
Do not be so quick to denigrate your enemies, nor make light of their plight. Consider this statue. It has been placed in this chamber for a reason. Handle it with the utmost care.
respect for
I will.
one's enemies.
Deliver unto us the remnants of our past.
Well, am I not supposed to keep doing this? Okay, let's see if I can proc him again.
Oh, sorry. I haven't slept well of late. That is but but a mere bone. Ah, yes, an armament of the Fae. The carvings on its hilt should look familiar. Indeed, you'll find the very same markings on your own body.
Another caller? I don't think I'm there yet, right? I've been using it. I don't know. Just gotta keep using that heal. Okay, is there any more? Yes. Looks like materia.
Most would call that materia, but it is far more than a magic stone. It is a crystallized collection of the planet's memories and knowledge.
Wow, healing materia 3. Wow. Impressive. Oh, Barrett's is done? Do I have another? Yes, I do. It's lifesaver. Charging uppercut. Thunder. Lightning and a thunder. Wait. He has 2 thunders? Buddy, you don't need that many. Guess I didn't see him. But 3+ healing materia? Don't mind if I do. Lightning and a thunder. Pretty sure that's it. Guess I'll do it once it's over. Yeah, looks good. So we shall move on. Well, that's supposed to talk to Bugenhagen. Or am I supposed to take this with me?
Deliver unto us the remnants of our past.
I gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Man, the philosophical foundation of having respect for one's enemies. It's like, oop. No.
You're mine! Going in! Coming at ya! Coming! Go for it!
Love me a challenge. Hope you don't mind if I look at it.
Alright, my time to shine.
Gonna get him to attack me, huh?
Did I do good or did I do good?
It's like, if you can imagine something that was unslated to happen. It's the idea that your enemies are just as human as you. Like the divineness of everyone. Like, wow, what a rare philosophical rare philosophical treat for us to move in that direction right there, because as you can imagine, people who are like want your destruction and then you beat them, it's like, well, right was on my side, you know?
Are these altars?
Gee, I wonder what I'm supposed to do.
Because my first thought was, are we gonna make it out of this place alive?
That's where might make right comes
Decor is
from.
indeed the opposite of inviting.
Like, why not? If I win the battle, then nature was on my side, or
These
my
look like
gods
the
were on my
statue I
side.
picked up.
If there is a reason for everything, then one could argue that everything has no reason. Regardless, you know what you must
Or
do.
there's a reason and a logos behind everything.
To us, the remnants of our past. Restore them to their rightful place.
I'm gonna have to go with the, yeah. Now, if they're going like divine command theory, like if everything has a reason, then like the person who is dedicated, or the person who is forcing the reason,
That it?
Not
it becomes almost arbitrary because there's no reason for his reason or something like that. But if one's reason is to share one's moral character, to live within a moral order, then now the reason is to be that which is wholly good. So the reason has purpose now, but can't ask too much of these. But I'll give it much more thought, because I'm not one who just argues to try to be right, or at least I'm trying not to be, as much as I've been. I'm gonna do some exploring. This is a pretty large tavern. Alright, let's... Nope, this ends right there. Is that the live stream below us? So this is where we leave, right? So, alright. This is the way we're allowed to go. Okay. Is that water? No. Sand.
Hey, where'd you run off to?
Okay. Check that one off my list. Okay, I could keep... Well, yeah, I should keep going down because that material was down there. This has all the indications of a side hustle, side quest. Fortification material, too. It was water. It's like the live stream. Would have been too difficult to put a shake animation. Oh, that's gonna come alive, right? And I don't have Barrett with me. I'll be able to get my Sentinel mode up, though.
His presence. Come closer.
Attack me.
We may have our vengeance.
Oh, they waited.
Fear me!
Nope. Yeah, he hit me.
I'm right here! At least you tried. Bleed!
like a true dog. Gotta circle it first, then come back to it. I think my daughter's having popcorn. One thing I was gifted with when I quit smoking cigarettes 20 years ago, what, 19 years ago, was the sense of smell, man. And that has been a boon. Kids couldn't get away with nothing. Not that they ever tried. I have two really good kids.
The veil is intertwined with the key.
They'd try to get away with things outside of like the drug realm, which is I'm so thankful for.
This sanctuary is proof of their persistence, for it was built to ensure that they never escaped.
But if they were sealed away thousands of years ago, how'd they break out and attack the Veil?
That I cannot answer. Only the key themselves could. But enough about them. You are here to learn about yourself, Nanaki.
Go to the places you fear the most in order to learn. And his hate for his father.
This cave serves as a boundary between our world and that of the Gi. It was vital to them and their plans. Were the Gi to seize control of it, the canyon would be doomed.
Okay.
And the people.
So if they get here,
When the Gi moved against us yet again,
endgame.
a certain watcher recalled this vulnerability.
Huh?
Since time was of the essence, he entered the cave without reinforcements. As he had feared, it was teeming with Gi, ready to descend upon the village. Determined to protect the Veil, he pounced from one foe to the next, felling all who dared oppose him.
Hold on. If there was a watcher who single-handedly saved the canyon, how come I've never heard of that?
For now, you should focus on your own struggles with the Gi. Their malice grows more potent.
We all know.
It's definitely got ambiance.
Do not allow fear to take hold of your heart. You are your own master, Nanaki. You and no one else. Never forget that. Look to the crevasse and the gates beyond. Pass through all to complete your trial. But that's easier said than done.
Ooh. All right. This is so awesome, though.
Bring it to hit.
Fear me! Let's see what you got this.
About damn time.
Going in!
You're up.
Don't worry
That's
about
all you got?
it. Now, you're mine! There! End this. Sorry, just getting started. Go for it.
Yeah. Stay down, asshole.
There! Fear me!
Yeah. Choke on it, asshole.
My turn? Going in! Our Watcher's work is never done.
I can't go that way, but I'm guessing the map is scaffold on top of one another. Okay, so continuing on.
Let's see what you got to go.
All right, watch and learn. Suck on this. I'm counting on you.
Don't let him now. Going in. Lead. Yeah. Sorry. Bring it home. Gotcha. Going in. Feared wound. Gotcha. All right, you got this.
Yeah, I'll do it. Shit hurts, don't it? Bring it home.
Just watch.
Attack.
I think we did all right back there.
So when that thing dies, it looks like it heals you. Barrett already has a new one he's working on right now. There's a lot of like Sephiroths.
Supposed to open this thing.
How indeed. Ideas, Nanaki? My, how resourceful you've become.
There. Damn, wrong one.
You're up.
Leave it to me.
Watch your respite. Heal him. Damn, I don't like how it takes away all of the vengeance mode. No, this guy. No, him? Okay, the lock on. Just keep running away. Yep, keep running away.
I'm up for anything.
Let's see if I can actually get this off in time. Nope. Didn't think so. Because he was looking right at me. Oh, if anybody falls unconscious, it's game over. Well, that's beautiful. Wow, that's just beautiful. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. So you only get one of those, like, those heals. So I want you. That was nice. Can I move? No, I can't.
You're mine. Let's see what you can stick up.
All right, watch and learn.
Wow, man.
Not over yet. Got him now.
Wait, aren't I supposed to be healing during that?
Should have paid more attention.
I've got to like research his or review his. I swore
We still got
he's supposed to be healing during that shit when he's in that mode.
Gotcha. I'll give it my best shot. Snap out of it. Sorry, here goes. How's this? You're mine. Don't count me out yet. Hey. Please. Pile it on. Take this.
Okay, what is this? Sentinel stance. Guard against attacks greatly increases vengeance gauge. Okay. Where's the siphon? Sidewinder, Stardust Ray, Chilling Roar. Is there any character information? I swear when he goes Vengeance Gauge, when I go into Siphon, he's supposed to be stealing HP. But that didn't happen. I was really relying on that, but it didn't happen. Mega potions, which is nice.
Piece of cake right here.
Coming at ya! Fear me!
Suck on that.
Gotcha!
Hell yeah!
I expect it to like start rolling back. Okay. So it's just like a shortcut. So
You're mine! Gotcha! Going in!
no, not you.
How's
There you
fear
go.
me? At least good to go.
Need my help. Keep pouring it on.
Gotcha!
Ah! Choke on it, asshole. Give 'em hell.
My turn?
So Siphon.
Just getting started.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
How's this? Gotcha!
There we go.
Ready?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Well,
Oh yeah, another one in the bag.
So that's done. I can put on the other collar. Deplete the vengeance gauge to increase allies' ATB potency proportion to amount of extent. So I got another one then. See, that's like Sephiroth's music right there. Really not much I want to throw on him. I pretty much have everything on here. It's another lightning. Alright, his battle settings. Because I need to put on the, what was triangle. Spirit for ATB now. Hopefully it doesn't deplete the whole thing, although it probably will. I'm following a very linear path here. I hope I got everything. Tried to double check as I was running through, but... C'est la vie. have to go after that. Cannot be secured, so then use that. So oh, 3 of them. Oof.
A wretched betrayer walks among us. Begone from this place.
Coming at ya! Gotcha! You're mine! Cool! There! Please!
See how much I'm hitting that right there? Like how much I'm... Yeah.
Guess it's my turn.
Dodge, huh? Dodge, 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 dodge.
Time for a serious ass whoop. Get your ass out of here. Kiss my ass.
Oh, that was the wrong time to hit it.
Bring it home.
Alright, my time
Oof.
to shine.
Yeah, let's go for the archer.
Here goes! Going in! There! Kicking it up enough.
You use the triangle to get the siphon fang. That makes sense.
Don't let him now! Good to go?
Terrible.
Got a whole heap. Sorry.
My turn? Well, gotcha! Eat this! Why, you? There! Hey!
Oh boy, oh boy.
End of the line! We beat them!
Have you now? In what sense? They have yet to truly pass on, and their rage remains unquenched. Come, let us keep pressing forward. We're very nearly there.
I'd hope so. I was actually looking for the Phoenix Down. Let's see, does Barrett have? Yeah, he has Cure. Looks like we have quite a bit of sidetracking here.
Should be pretty easy.
Here goes!
Looking at me? You are.
Come and get! You got this!
About damn time.
At least you tried. Going in!
Special delivery. You got this.
Just watch. No going easy. And that's that. Let's end this. Here goes. Sorry, fear. I got it. How's this? No escape. You're mine. There. Fear me. Okay, let's shake a leg.
Realized that the last time that they heal. Okay, so that one's kind of like a foe. Came in here. Interesting. Okay.
Damn if that's
Oh boy. All by my lonesome, huh?
We can take him.
Only you, buddy.
There. How's this? You're mine. I'm right now. All right. Going in. Tear into him. One swipe on it. Do it. No going easy. Pile it on.
That depleted my vengeance mode? I didn't do anything. Oh, maybe it's only for a little while. Come on, move. Thank you. That didn't do anything, okay. How about now? Set my stance. Come on, hit me. Oh, jeez. Okay, that one blows up. Okay.
Going in! You're mine! You know you wanna. At least you tried. Don't let him now. Sorry. Let's end this. Nice try. Here goes. Let's see what you got. Hey! No going easy. Got him now. Sorry. I think we
Wrong
got all
button.
right back there.
Almost. I'm hitting the right one now. Empowerment. Okay. All right. Kind of get an overview. The highest spot. So it looks like this is done. Here. Nope. Okay. Alright, so that's there. Wait. Did you come back?
You asked for it. Please. Coming down. Good to go?
Need my help, do you? Ah! Check out this shit right here, Gura.
All right, my time to shine. All right. Kicking it up a notch. Ready?
Yes, it's my turn. Jump on it, asshole. I'm counting
My
on
turn.
you.
Comes this. Gotcha. Coming at ya. There. This'll sting. No mercy, all right?
Oh, we're done here.
Like I said, this one goes to the same place. So, I still haven't crossed that. It goes to the same place.
This reminds me of those altars.
There is a similarity, yes. But this sanctum is much more ancient and serves a rather different purpose. The altars we came upon before were built to imprison the key. This, however, was built to provide the Cetra with a means to commune with them.
Commune with them? Why would the Cetra do that? The Gi were the enemy.
Good and evil, friend and foe. Dichotomy is not set in stone, as mutable as the winds. But for now, Nanaki,
Why Batman
let us
doesn't kill.
concentrate on the matter at hand, clearing a path to the truth.
Because for Batman, the Joker could come to his senses one
Where'd
day,
you
you
run
know?
off to?
Double checking, man. But looks like he's got my back. I love it. There we go. And I got some sprigs of oregano for that. Woohoo. Okay, seems like the first one. doesn't have the vein of a riddle or a puzzle. This seems like it's going to be straightforward. Catering to the idiots. Area much easier to spot than the one I just got the sprigs of oregano for. It's a treasure trove. And they literally showed it to me like in the pan too. Man, oh man. Is this an indication of what they think the modern gamer is like, or could it be something else, you know? Guys are not easy.
Sounds like crying.
As with good and evil, sorrow too assumes many forms. 45 years ago, a watcher fought his way here alone, and in his bravery took upon himself the burden of our hope.
Yeah, but see, like Cloud was indicating before, the end goal, right? It's not just the end goal, it's the means to the end goal. So yes, there could be sorrow, but sorrow in the instance of, I'm sorrowful that I didn't get to slaughter more of Nanaki's people, you know? That would be a different kind of sorrow than the sorrow of someone losing, like, a loved one or something like that. Just because you have the same word for it doesn't mean that the means of achieving that are anywhere similar. And I honestly think this is an issue. I know I'm a person who keeps complaining about modernity, and I try not to have that spirit of complaining take over me, because the spirit of complaining, as the biblical scholars are very well aware, is a spirit that is never satiated. Like, it's a bottomless pit of complaining and despair. But in modernity, we are seeing this, like, so for nowadays, right now, we're seeing, like, genocide, for example, being kind of thrown around. And it's like, a genocide is like a willful slaughtering of a people because of who they are. It's not a number, you know? There's a difference between a set of people who go into a territory and slaughter as many innocents as they can find, and they tally up a number of like 200 or 300. I'm using kind of what's happening in modern time, but the numbers are not similar. I'm going to try to inflate the numbers on the other side to make a point here. I don't know that it was only 200 individuals who were slaughtered, but let's just say, in a hypothetical, you have a people who invade another people's territory and they slaughter every innocent person they can find, and through brutal ways they end up like tallying 200, and then they go back to their place, and in retaliation these people are like, well, I cannot let you guys survive if this is what you're capable of doing. So then they go and they start attacking this army, and they kill 2,000, you know? Somebody looking at that, just looking at the number, just looking at the end goal, would be like, okay guys, 2,000 to 200, come on, I think you guys are done. It's not the same thing. The intentions aren't the same. These individuals coming over slaughtered 200 innocents based on the mass extinction of just slaughtering as many people as they can find. The other one is defensive warfare and taking somebody out who is capable of such atrocities. Just because the number is higher on the defense side doesn't make their case null and void. The intentions behind the action mean something. And I feel like nowadays we are definitely losing that idea of the intentions matter. And I'll send this as a warning. We play with these fundamental definitions at our own risk. You know, that's why a lot of people are like, well, what does it matter if I like to do this? Or how does it really affect you if my life is done in this way? It's like, well, if your life starts messing with the fundamental definitions of reality, it's going to affect us in a very profound way. This is something I tell my nurses all the time. The medical establishment is based on very flimsy, used to be solid foundations, but now become even more flimsy as postmodernism seems to attack and criticize every objective definition that we have in civil society. The foundations of medical ethics are on very flimsy ground of how we define flourishing and health. You know, we used to be able to define flourishing health in pretty specific ways. That way we had a goal and the physician had an actual goal when you saw them. If I came in with a dislocated arm, I could live the rest of my life with a dislocated arm. But the purpose of fixing my dislocated arm was based on the definitions of flourishing and health, being that a two-armed individual would be able to do or perform actions in a much more flourishing and prosperous way as they go through their life. Yeah, I could live with just, one arm, but living with two gives me a much better chance of willing my will and willing my own autonomy. So then they get to fix me and put me back to where I was. But if we start messing with those fundamental definitions, if we start saying that fixing the arm, you can live with that. There's plenty of people who live with that. Go on your way. That's because they're able to do that because we started destroying the foundational definitions that defined medicine, that defined good, that defined flourishing, that defined health. So we mess with those fundamental definitions at our own peril. And now what we're doing is we're messing with the intentions behind the action. And we're seeing just the end goal as the numbers, as being the indication of the motivation, or the stamp of judgment is on the end goal. Very consequentialist and secular way of thinking. It's just the end goal that matters. And so it's like, man, we mess with these definitions at our own risk. And here, yeah, these people's intentions are flimsy, but there is a difference between the two. If somebody's trying to defend their people and the other people's intentions are, on mass slaughter. Best way to put this, take like all the virtues of like courage and wisdom and uprightness, and you apply those to a malevolent entity. All of a sudden, the malevolent entity being courageous isn't a good thing. What makes the malevolent entity happy would be just spreading malevolence. So the virtues aren't even strong enough. This is what Kant demonstrated. Even the virtues aren't in and of themselves wholly good. It's the intention behind the virtue that makes it moral or makes it good right there. Something we are clearly missing nowadays. And it's so sad. Boss fight. Did I not hit the triangle? All right. I don't even want to check that. Now, what can we build? Can I transmute anything? Nothing. Mega Potion might be nice, though. I've used quite a bit already. All right. Sephiroth. After the first trial of knowledge, all the rest of the trials were kind of like,
What is it?
just passed through.
Fire manifests once more.
Their ire manifested.
Do not underestimate this foe.
Talk about an axe to grind.
Oh,
This thing pissed at us.
okay. I didn't even get to anything. I'm like trying to get in, and this is all happening. Didn't get any vengeance there. That's great. And a backswing.
Alright, watch and learn. Hope you don't mind if I fill you for the hole. Shit hurts, don't it?
I tried to switch to the Sentinel right there. And then the one time I do, he misses the attack as he's moving forward. That Sentinel thing is useless against these kind of guys.
Need my help, do you? Got a whole heap of land with your name on it. Gotta love.
Wow. Okay.
You're up.
Gotta keep it together.
What a combo. So is there... Do I have an assess with me? No, I don't. Oh, what a bummer. I'm gonna have to cure him.
Alright, watch and learn. Jump on it, asshole! You got this.
Don't worry about it.
Need my golden opportunity right here. You're up.
Leave it to me. Fear me.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Here goes. No escape.
Yeah, I'll do it. Want some more? Here we go.
That was not the better one. I thought I had the mega mixed potion. Wow, I was just about to get it too. Got a limit break on red side, but
There's so many.
Where's a big bucket of water when you need it? How'd you like that? Got a hole? Bring it home.
All right, my time to shine.
alright, let's get this going.
Nice try. Next, this. There's no stopping me. There must be a way to stop him. Gotcha.
Let's kick it up a notch. Jump on it, asshole. Stick you all over. Got a hole. Give 'em hell.
Leave it to me.
Hit fire.
How's this? You're mine.
Need my help, do you?
Let me go.
We'll do that when we get the next one.
Come on. Something tells me that isn't good.
Oh, this is where I get my life back. Go.
I owe you one.
We can handle this.
All right, watch and learn. Gotta hold her up.
Don't worry about it. Gotcha.
Doom. That sucks. Oh, well, that's great. In a type, I can't even reach the guy. Like, I literally cannot reach the guy.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this. Bring it home.
Counting on you.
Bam, staggered again. So we get the limit on him.
I'm gonna hang back.
And get Barrett's on them as well.
Gonna blow your ass straight to hell.
Whew. I couldn't reach him with red.
Form evanescent, rancor everlasting. Well done. You've become quite the formidable fighter.
Sure have. So, does this mean I passed the test?
I'm afraid that decision is not mine alone to make. Let us consult with one more qualified.
That was quite a bit. Oh, can I go back and heal? Beats using the MP and stuff, right? I'll be right back. Yeah, so any father... Yeah. She burnt the popcorn. So I was like, what is that smell? I needed to go make sure that it wasn't a fire happening in my house. Alright. Should be at the end here, yeah? Beautiful. Oh.
The Watcher of the Veil fought valiantly and offered up his life in defense of our home. As you see, he still watches over us to this very day.
He's so beastly looking.
Wait. Is that
Yeah, that guy you said was worthless.
my father? No, there's no way.
The poison
old that is
arrows
strong
of the key
doesn't
transformed his body into stone. And there he has stood ever since, his watch eternal. Our savior.
What about my mom? Did she know what had happened to him?
Oh. Why, of course she did.
She just lets you continue to believe he was a coward.
It was, after all, she and Seto who asked me to seal off the cave.
But why? Why did she never tell me the truth?
Because she knew that if she did, you would attempt to seek your father out all by yourself.
To protect you.
Your parents strove to keep our Vale safe. But there is one thing they fought even harder to protect. You, Nanaki, their son.
So, I'm going to throw it out there for you folks, okay? Do you think it's better to raise your kid based on a lie for fear that they might make a big mistake and go seek them out before they're ready? Or is it better to tell them the truth? So I have done my best to focus on the latter instead of the former. I try not to lie to my kids to keep them for fear that they may do something rash or something like that, you know? But it is a leap of faith. But again, it's also a leap of faith that we are seeing much less of in modernity. This idea that it is better to tell the truth instead of moving forward with, it is better to tell a lie than it is to move forward telling the truth. And there's just so many different veins I can go from here. But the Taoist in me is like, there's the role of the father, and then there's the role of the mother. The mother's job is to keep the child safe and secure. It is the father's job to make them strong. You know? So I could understand the role of the mother, where she was like, I'm going to lie to him because I don't want him to seek out his father, to open up that cave when he's not ready. But see, that's the thing. You tell him the truth, and you tell him of his father's great sacrifice, so that he's not living a life of lies. But then at the same time, you say you're not ready to go seek him out yet. Become a strong warrior, and then you can seek him out. What would that have done? What would that Nanaki have looked like right there? The one who was like, no, your father was a great man who fought until the bitter end and still stands over us as a symbol of protection. I know you want to see him, but we cannot open that cave. That cave is sealed. However, maybe one day, if you're strong enough, you'll be able to do it. Instead, he's dragged here under the false pretenses of a trial. This cave is opened and he has to seek out his father. I mean, I love the archetype of seeking out the father, but I don't like the archetype of, or not even the archetype, I don't like the idea of dragging the hero along, you know? It's Simba sees his father in the clouds, and his father judges him. Simba, you've forgotten me. You know, you've forgotten your fathers. You've forgotten your culture. You've forgotten these things. And he's like, no, I haven't. And he's like, there's a lot of judgment coming down from the higher up. And it's like, well, yeah, Nala brought this out, made him feel vulnerable to be open to that prophetic insight. I love The Lion King. They nailed the archetype so well. And so that vulnerability from Nala made him see his father, and he ran back. He wasn't dragged back by somebody. He ran back. Because deep down, as human beings, we are made to bear responsibilities. We are built for responsibility. we find meaning in the struggle to be something more than we are, but at the same time, we also find meaning in finding the areas where we are called to action and we shoulder those duties and obligations. That's how we find meaning. That's how we find purpose, because that's how we're built. That is how humanity is built. So I don't like this idea that he was dragged through here under the false pretenses, one. And two, that the mother lied in this way for him to think his father was a coward when his father did one of the most bravest things that we've seen so far in this story. How hard would it have been? I mean, again, that's probably the father in me, except for the mother in me. Not the mother in me, but that's the fatherly figure that I understand, and that's the part of the mother I don't. Maybe that's the vice of being a father. I could be wrong, but for me, this is just the overbearing mother saying, no, I'm gonna lie to him in order to keep him safe. You know? To me as a father, it's like, no, you let him know, and then you give him an aim. One day you will be strong enough, as he is now. He entered here, right? One day you'll be strong enough, and you'll be able to go see your father, rescue him from the underworld, or whatever it may be. But for this, it's know the truth. But it's just, there was such a missed opportunity. Obviously, that's not the point of this right here, but the reason why I'm so critical here is because this is coming from the supposed wise individual in this story. Bugenhagen is like the wise hero in this story, akin to like the Rafiki, the one who has the prophetic knowledge and things like that, you know? And yet he's saying a lot of things that are, I'm sorry, blatantly wrong. There is a difference between intentions, you know? There is, I don't see the value in making my son weaker by lying to him about what his forefathers may have done, you know? I see the power in telling him, no, this is what you need to do. This is the responsibility you can shoulder. And then moving forward with that right there, you know? So, yeah. But, like, we'll resume right now, and we'll see where this takes us.
She was afraid because I was too small and weak.
Back then, perhaps, but not anymore. Heavens no. You've become a fine warrior in your role.
Back then, perhaps. So he basically just legitimized it too, where it's like, oh, I was so weak and pathetic. Well, yeah, but you're strong now. Yeah, but it's hollow. I was pulled here. This should have been like the one of his big aims in his life, to be strong enough to enter this cave when he's strong as his father to enter this cave. Oh my goodness.
Right. And that is precisely why I brought you here.
Yeah, you don't look like that though.
This is not where your journey is meant to end, my dear boy.
No, this is supposed to be him becoming a man.
But I'm a watcher now. I gotta protect our home like he did.
Listen to me, Anaki. When I first heard your friend's emphatic warnings, I dismissed them outright.
Yes, you did. Not something a wise person would do.
Ravings of misguided youths. When you've lived as long as I have, you start to believe you've seen it all, that no surprises remain. But I realize now how very foolish I have been. The eyes that I thought saw the world clearly have grown blind to new possibilities.
My goodness, what is this? What is this? Is this a meditation on how the wise does not wither, becomes ignorant? Like, there's a reason we look to our wise. So here's the thing. As a philosopher, I'm responsible for reading ancient texts. And these individuals are much wiser than I'll ever be. And as I study and as I research, the gravity of the amount of information that I may be responsible for becomes like an overbearing load. I can't imagine thinking that I am so solidified in my certainty that there's nothing else to learn. When I hear the modernists speak, I do give them some kind of gravity. At the same time, I do analyze where they are just trying to destroy the strong things for the sake of progress itself. So there are areas where you walk the line of, well, do they have a point or do they not have a point? You know, there is some kind of humility. But I feel like in order to be a sage, you are one of the most humble and the most humble individual, posing the most humility possible, because you are learning from everyone else. I see Yoda in this, you know, and how Yoda looks at the mind of the children, and he loves the open-mindedness of the children themselves. But he is open to seeing the open-mindedness of the children. You see? It's like, oh my goodness, what is going on here? This is like destroying the wise sage that was Bugenhagen, under the idea that absolutely he did dismiss him. So what we heard before about the weapon, that's now on him. He was actually in the wrong there. You know, he was telling us not to trust our own eyes, just dismissed it. Well, would a wise person just dismiss it, or would a wise person think about it? You know? This is akin to the Moses journey in the burning bush. Moses has to realize that that the road he is on is closed off, and then he walks off the road. That's the humility in learning. Takes his shoes off when he realizes he's on hallowed ground, and then becomes open to the prophetic knowledge. You see, prophetic knowledge requires humility to be open to the knowledge itself. So a person this old should be open in order to have what would be considered prophetic knowledge. They need to be open enough to the burning bush, to the fire, that the youth who are running in saying they've seen this thing, there might be something there, but just dismissing it outright doesn't seem to be a characteristic of the traditional wise individual. And I don't know if it's because they don't know how to write it, or they may be trying to go towards some other payout here. But see, right now, Bugenhagen is the only hero that is wise that we have so far, you know? The rest of us are kind of like, the rest of the group here, they're kind of like adolescents trying to find their own way, you know? But it's coming off like an absolute disregard for the traditional, because the traditional has become so closed-minded that it doesn't have the capacity to see the doom on the horizon. And that's not how I would capture the traditional. That's how I would capture the vice of the tyrannical and those who want to be right all the time and feel like they have the objective knowledge and everybody else is wrong. This is more the Luciferian intellect right here. I think that's the biggest problem right here that I'm seeing. This is more akin to the Luciferian intellect, is that intellectual person that believes that they are always right, and the basis of the argument is to prove their rightness, not in a act of discovery. You know, so the Luciferian intellect is the one that dismisses. The Luciferian intellect is the one that believes that they don't need to learn anything else, that the knowledge they have is good enough. It's like Lucifer. That's like Scar. That's the vice of the intellectual. On the other side, you have the Socratic. You know, what I like the Socratic because it gives the best idea of, I believe, of like the anti-Luciferian intellect. It's like, I know that I know nothing. You know, although Socrates did argue that he knew quite a lot of things. But that standpoint of humility, to take on that standpoint of humility during an argument, is what the wise do right there, as the Oracle of Delphi stated to Socrates as being the wisest. Because he moves from an instance of I could be wrong and asks questions of those who say they know. So just so many issues, but not surprising with the modern conception of the traditional.
But
I would hate to impede your progress any further. I bid you leave, Nanaki, before, like me, you become inured to your own ignorance. With sharper eyes and keener ears, go forth and in my stead seek the great truths of our world. Look after him for me.
Don't worry. We will.
You failed this trial, my boy. Continue your training and try again. Are you up to the task, Nanaki?
You bet I am. After all.
You come back and
I am
be the
Nanaki,
warrior.
Watcher of Cosmo Canyon.
That doesn't fix
Son
it for
of
me.
Seto, protector of our veil.
Put them glasses on. You're only allowed one manly tear.
Hearken unto me.
Interesting.
My name is Gi Natak. O brave and noble Seto, I beseech you once more, hear the urgent pleas of my people. My thanks, Seto. You are as magnanimous as ever. The warrior Nanaki, and you, the Cetra. Come with me.
We get their side of the story, right?
That was
Oh, an exciting turn of events indeed.
We'll back you up for 2,000.
no. This one's free.
Party selection unlocked. Then who am I? Yeah, I'll keep this. Wait, I've been wondering though. He doesn't have another sword yet, does he? No. Wait. Okay, yeah.
Can anyone explain to me why we're even taking this detour? Anyone? Because some of us are on a mission to secure the material we need to, you know, save our homeland.
How can you talk like that in a place like this? I'm scared out of my wits here.
I don't know. This Guy dude's too nice to freak me out.
He may act nice, but who knows what he's planning. Stay alert.
He's like Hades. There's the river Styx over here. Is he the boatman?
The home of the Gi lies beyond. Now let us begin our journey.
Not so fast. What's in it for us? Unless it's materia, you can count me out.
How strange you should mention materia. My people are also in search of it.
Okay, all aboard!
Well, the Wutai are much more of like the tribal. I mean, I guess Cosmo Canyon also has that tribal as well. That tribal-like characteristics. So it's interesting the Gi and
Stay longer if I could, but I'll be back soon.
the Gi and the Wutai, they have a common love of materia. I guess I'm controlling. Nope. It kind of had that back zoom. That is usually an indication that I'm going to take control soon. But here we are in the live stream.
I'm gonna hurl.
Maybe try swaying with the rocking of the boat?
I wanna move less, not more.
Didn't seem to mind when you jumped aboard.
Only because he mentioned materia.
It's like a fiend.
Be quiet. The planet is listening. And what's wrong with that? Anything that reaches the planet's ears, in due time, reaches those of the Cetra.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the Cetra are not a tolerant people.
Excuse me, am I intolerant too? I'm Cetra.
And should I tolerate intolerance?
You are indeed one of them, by lineage alone. You know not of their history. That has been lost to time.
Their history?
Consider your ignorance a blessing. The Cetra's past is fraught with horror and sorrow.
Okay. The wise are ignorant, and the traditional got there through horror.
So there I am, on the ground, bleeding out, watching everything go dark. Thinking, this is it. This is how it ends. Only, it isn't. Suddenly, the wind picks up out of nowhere. It tugs at me so hard, it feels like it's tearing my soul right out of my body.
And now you're in a different reality?
Next thing I know, I'm back in the orphanage. But nobody can tell me who found me or how I got there. It's a miracle.
Sounds like what happened to me. Whole freaking army unloading on my position.
Alright, Zach had to deal with way more than Cloud dealt with.
But then, the wind starts blowing. 1 minute, I'm outnumbered. And the next, I'm alone.
None of it makes any sense.
Somebody's messing with time. Destiny.
I somehow managed to beat the odds and wake up here, alone.
Alright, Charlie Sheen. You got tiger's blood.
Why in the hell did fate pick me?
Can't think that way.
Can't not think that way. Their luck runs out, but mine doesn't. I'm the only one who gets a pass.
I swore Jesse was living after the end of the other one.
And now that it's just me, what am I supposed to do? You know?
Yeah, I get it.
Hey, come with me.
Sure, but why?
I'll explain on the way.
Alright, I think this is where we're going to end. And then we'll pick this right back up a little while later. Probably sometime today. All right. So thank you for all of those who joined me on this journey right here. Interesting take, man. I guess I shouldn't be surprised with the modern philosophical theories on the way they see the wise and tradition. But who knows? Who knows? I could be wrong. They could swing it back afterwards. Like I tell you folks, I'm using my philosophical analysis of those, philosophers who I cherish, but I'm also using my insight, as a father and a person who kind of understands and deals with the implications of postmodernism on a daily basis, who also does have a side in this fight as well, because I'm seeing firsthand what happens when we start destroying the foundations of what tradition provided. So again, the traditional foundations of medicine, the traditional foundations of morality as related to intention versus causality, or the effects, the cause and effects of an action being that which we should judge. It's like versus that, of course, is what I'm trying to imply here. So I'm seeing a lot of anti-traditionalism in here, and there's nothing weaker than, or more cowardly than, attacking the dead and having zero respect for the traditions that got you here. But we'll see where Final Fantasy takes it, at least where they take it in this particular chapter. Again, thank you for all of those who stayed through and watched to the end. And as usual, take some time with the classics, because they will awaken that hidden dragon within all of you. See you next time.